Corvettes. This one will be there. Larry's new one will be there, and we'll have, I think it's 20 Corvettes will be inside that mall from one end to the other. So come on down. And you think this thing is pretty, you sitting there looking at it on Tuesday night, you say, God, that's a pretty Corvette. You ought to see it in person. You ought to just, I can't look at it. He got his hands in his pocket. He's scared he's going to touch something. I mean, his lips are wet. He's just looking at that Corvette. They've got two, and Larry, she said she could outrun you.
Well, I'm pretty sure she could because she's got a lead foot.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
I ain't going to, she told me don't ask no stupid questions. Would a ticket be stupid?
She's
okay.
been so lucky. She's been stopped a few times, but doesn't have one ticket.
Oh, no. Diane, I told you, can't rob a bank, you sure can't speed. I mean, can you imagine state trooper, they say, he says, I can't catch this car I'm chasing. What color? Oh, you can't miss it. If it comes that way, you'll see it, it's yellow. I mean, you don't see many of them. And much as y'all go to Florida and stuff, and she ain't got a ticket.
No, and you know, and she drives this car quite a bit. It's got 43,000 miles on it.
So she does drive. And I told her a while ago, I seen you driving it one day. She said she must have been, I think she was. I seen him in Oxford tooling around in this car. I think he was out of town.
Mm-hmm. I was. Jordan got to experience a ride with me one time.
Oh, the grandson. Jordan likes both the Corvettes. Which ones do you like the most?
Oh, I think he likes the yellow one pretty much. He might think it is.
Diana, you got a beautiful car. Larry, appreciate you coming up. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you think this thing looks good here? Quintard Mall, you don't want to miss it 21st, 22nd of February, because you'll see me, Johnny, Jerry, all of us down there with the Corvette Club. We'll have cars all out in that mall. You don't want to miss some of these Corvettes. They're gorgeous. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys. Cheatwood Hardwood, right here in Heflin, Alabama. Alvin and Peggy Cheatwood owners. They got over 30 years experience in hardwood flooring. They've been in business over 10 years. They're the best around. They got the Bono dust containment system. Ladies, what this means, they come in and redo your hardwood floors, make them look brand new, no matter how old they are, dust free. I mean, you can shake your curtains and you won't find dust on it. You wouldn't even know there's there hardly unless you open the door for them when they got there. I'll tell you what, they're great. They do great work. They got a showroom up there that's got all types of flooring, wood flooring, anything you need done. Call them today, Alvin or Peggy. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Ray City Diner and McKeag Motel, Highway 77, exit 168 off I-20 in Lincoln, Alabama. Ray City Diner is open 24 hours a day. They have lunch specials each and every day during the week. Meat, vegetables, you cannot beat their prices and their food right there at Ray City Diner. You people that like breakfast, you can order breakfast 24 hours a day, and they'll cook it at Ray City Diner. Right across the street, McKeag Motel. Great rooms at great rates right on the side of the interstate. Call Wanda or Roy McKeag today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. You know, this day and time, our pets, well, they just like members of our family. So why not give them one-on-one personal service, personal care from the friendly staff at Greenbrier Animal Clinic on Greenbrier Road here in Anniston. You know, this time of the year, the fleas and the ticks, they're still here. The parasites and the heartworms disease, this is a year-round problem, and they have all the medication to treat this problem for your pets. They have grooming and boarding right here in the clinic. So give them a call today at 237-9585, and make sure you tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. Let me tell you about a place called Tire Pro. Tire Pro has 4 locations in the Birmingham area, plus they distribute tires throughout the Southeast. Tire Pro has any kind of wheels, any kind of tires that you can imagine to put on your vehicle. They've got it. If you want to go up from the 16s to the 22s, Tire Pro can do it. Also remember, Tire Pro is installing peace of mind. Don't ever forget that. When they put tires on, they want you safe on the roadway, and they'll do anything to make that vehicle safe. Hey, go by and tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by and said they install peace of mind. 25th of February, Frank Humble, he had the Pontiac Grand Prix. You know, it's not many of the Grand Prix around. Frank had this car. You know, ever since 2003, I see Frank everywhere with this car. It's got the 389, 3 deuces, and this Grand Prix car. So most of the time, if you heard the 289 with 3 deuces, you was always thinking about the GTO. Frank had one and check it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle, Mr. Frank Hummel. How long has it been since you've seen a 1962 Grand Prix Pontiac? Lord, look at this gorgeous thing. And it's got 2 4s and a 4-speed. Frank, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. Tell us about this gorgeous car.
Thank you very much. I bought the car from a gentleman in Southern California, and I'd seen it in a magazine article, which I have a copy of. And when it came up for sale, I called him up and I said, I want your car. And that's the reason I bought it. I've had it now 3 years this January. So it's a very nice car. It's got the Super Duty dual quad Carter AFB carburetors and a Super Duty intake on it. And it's actually a service replacement block. And the block engine came from a Super Duty racer by the name of George Nevillebard. He used to race Super Duties. He's a collector. And he bought the engine that's in this car as a spare for his race cars. So it's actually only got about 6,500 miles on the engine, original.
Okay, and you're from where?
I'm from Villa Rica, Georgia.
Villa Rica, Georgia. 4-speed, you like that 4-speed?
Yes,
It's fun, ain't it?
grew up with them.
And you come down with the Firebird, right?
Yes.
He wouldn't jump on it, would he?
He'd probably outrun me,
Low end or high end?
maybe both.
Both? I don't, yeah. Look at him grinning back there.
I'm gonna give it to him.
I don't know if I'd jump on you. Not that first carburetor I might get. When you hit that second one, I don't know. It's got 2 big carburetors on that thing. They're looking at it right now. It's got 2 big old carburetors on this thing.
Yes, it does.
The paint, was it all like this when you got it, or?
Just exactly the way you see it.
And you was happy to get it?
Absolutely.
What's your wife think about it? I talk to a lot of wives, you know, so I bring kids up, wives up. He's looking. She's wondering if I'm gonna call her, ain't she? I don't know if she'd come up here or not.
I don't know. She's grinning.
She's kind of hugging that wall and hiding behind that taller lady. So I don't think she's coming, do you? Tell you what, you got a gorgeous car. They've got to go back to Georgia tonight. We appreciate you, most of all, you and your friend. I got him coming up, driving all the way over here, letting the people in this area see this car. You gonna be here May?
I plan to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, May the 10th, you come out here in the front of the Hall of Fame, you can see this car in person. And I know it's gorgeous on your screen. Look at it. You can see it just like, you can reach over, touch it like I am. That's the thrill of these cars.
You better ask me if you want to touch it.
I just the handle. I got the handle. I didn't touch your paint. I know better than touch your handle. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz. Now, Cheehaw Harley-Davidson, right here in Oxford, Alabama, Davis Loop Road. They're your Harley-Davidson dealer for this area. In my opinion, they're a Harley-Davidson dealer all areas. Stop by and see Keith and George today. They have about 40 Harleys on display. Buy a new Harley. They have used Harleys. Clothes, you people like the Harley leather. They got any type of Harley clothing you want. Helmets, you name it, it's right there. All you guys with Harleys want to put that extra chrome on that brand new Harley. They got any type of chrome you could want. Stop by Mount Char Harley-Davidson today. Tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by. St. Clair Auto Parts, they're your Napa dealer for this area. They're on 78 right there in Pell City. Open on Sundays from 12 to 5 with delivery within a 10-mile radius. Tractors, lawnmowers, boats, cars, doesn't make any difference. They got the parts right there. They make hydraulic hoses right there in the store. Any kind of tools you want, they've got. If they don't have your part, they can get it overnight from Birmingham, Atlanta, or Knoxville. So go by there on Sunday and get a part. Mention Big Boyz Toyz, get a special discount. Remember, 170 years combined sales experience in that place. Tell them I sent you by. If you want to go out for the eating or fine dining, you can find it right here in downtown Anniston at Classic Old Noble. The atmosphere is set for a quiet dinner for 2 or a party for 20. They have a lounging area upstairs so you can have a drink with a friend or a business associate. They also have a seating available upstairs in a nice quiet atmosphere. Classic Old Noble also caters for special events and parties for any amount of people from 2 to 20 to 200. Stop by Classic Old Noble today and tell them Barry Miller sent you by. March, Darrell Thompson had a 70 Chevelle. Darrell and the Chevelle Club from all over Alabama came into the Motorsports Hall of Fame back in 2003. We had a great time. Really, we went to eat that afternoon. They had a big party that day. Well, club meeting and eating. Went to eat with them. Then we all went down. We filmed the show. Had a great time and a good-looking Chevelle. Check out Darrell Chevelle. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle, a 1970 Chevelle SS with Carolyn. It's got everything but the kitchen sink. Mr. Darrell Thompson, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz.
Thank you, Barry.
Tell us about this gorgeous Chevelle.
Barry, my car, I bought it about 4 years ago in Dothan, Alabama. And it's got a real good paint and body on it. I can't take credit for that. Whoever had it before did a good job on it. I have taken the engine out, rebuilt the engine, detailed the engine compartment, and got it back to the original stock condition. My dash had been sawed out, I had to scrounge the junkyards and found a stock SS dash to fit the car. I was very lucky. It was within 10 miles of my house.
Yeah, you lucky.
Anyway, I changed that. I replaced the package tray in the back where I had some huge speakers. I replaced the package tray, and now I about got the car back to its original stock condition. And I don't drive it every day, but I do put a lot of miles on the car.
What size engine is in it?
Barry, this is the 396 engine, the L34 version, which is actually a 350 horse engine.
Okay, I was looking at your wheels. You got the SS mags. Is them the mags that come on the 70s or the 69s or?
Those wheels came on the 69s and the 70s. Notice the insert, the dark area in the center. The books vary on that. Some were painted charcoal gray, some are painted black. And it's acceptable either way, but the majority of them will be painted black. Charcoal seemed to match my coloration better, so that's what I went with.
I tell people all the time, they sitting there watching the show, if they want to enjoy themselves and have a day out, pack up the wife and kids, go to a car show somewhere. You listen to old music. They usually got good food.
Great food.
And any kind of car you can imagine is at these car shows. It's not going to be it's not going to be just certain cars. There's tons of them there.
That's right. Now we're a Chevelle club. We love our Chevelles, but we like to look at the others too.
Now, 2002, 2003, you get a car, you get a car. They don't try to outdo like they did back in the 60s and 70s.
They look an awful lot alike, don't they?
Well, the 69 Chevelles was awesome, and then they had the 69 Mach 1s. Then they had the 69 GTOs. So Pontiac, Ford, and Chevrolet was competing to see who had the best looking and the fastest cars on the road.
That's right.
Tell you what,
I'll have to say the Chevelles were.
I'll vote for you. Appreciate it. You got a gorgeous car. Appreciate the Chevelle Club. Y'all do a super job, and y'all got some gorgeous vehicles.
Well, thank you.
We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toys. Bates Food Mart right on Quintard Avenue, right beside China Luck before you go into Anniston. BP dealer for this area. Stop by and see Victor or Danielle Bates today for all of your convenience store needs. They have cigarette specials each and every week. Coke specials, whether it be the 12-pack or the liter, they're always on special at Bates Food Mart. Hey, also you notice he's got just about anything you need in that store. Snacks, cold beer, wines, all kinds of wines, specialty wines. Stop by today, see him, tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Ron's Automotive and Custom Rods right here in Leeds, Alabama. Tell you what, any kind of vehicle you've got that you want restored, he builds custom rods, but if you've got the regular 66 Chevelle, Mustang, whatever, Ron and his staff can bring it back up from, and if it's rusty, whatever, they build it back up and make you a show car, you'll be proud to go anywhere. They also have an automotive section. Shane, his son, runs the automotive section, so you people that's got just tune-ups you need done, brake jobs done, whatever, go by today, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. Quality Cuts, Family Hair Care Centers, 211 South Quintard, right across from Superior Jeep, Anniston, Alabama. They do haircuts, chemical services. Chemical services mean they can do the highlights, they can do the perms, they can do the coloring. They do anything there. They also have waxing, skin care, facials. They do that also. Hey, guess what? 2 massage therapists on staff. These are licensed massage therapists right there, so you can get a massage, and these people know what they're doing. Stop by and see Rita or one of her staff. Tell her Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys sent you by. If you dream of getting away for the weekend with your family from the hustle and bustle, Turner's Outdoor Center right here in Stemley Bridge Road in Pell City, Alabama has the answer for you. They have a 36-foot SRV starting at just $350 per month. You want something a little smaller? 24-footer starting at $160 per month. This is with no down payment and a super interest rate starting at 7.25%. Great part is no payment for 90 days. They service all of the units right there on their location. Hey, new location opening soon, Emory Crossroads and I-20. So give Billy Turner or one of his sales staff a call today. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys told you to call. Gwen Norwood had a 49 Chevrolet. 2003, Gwen said, I don't know if Gwen's even got this car anymore, but Gwen said, it was for sale back then. And a lot of people called him on this car afterwards and called me on the car afterwards. It was down Race City in Lincoln, Alabama. Back then we would just go select places. We wasn't in Birmingham yet. We wasn't in Huntsville and Decatur and those places. We were still kind of local back in 2003. So we did a lot of filming at the Race City. We did a lot of filming at the Quintard Mall, the Anniston area, the Bama Street Rides out to Sonic. But this was at Race City. And right after 2003, 2004 hit, we boomed. We went all over the state of Alabama. Been going ever since. Check out this Chevrolet. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, next vehicle, a 1949 Chevrolet. Prettiest Chevrolet you ever laid two eyes on. Mr. Gwen Nord from Oxford, Alabama. Gwen, welcome to Big Boyz Toyz, first of all, but tell us about this gorgeous deluxe 49 Chevrolet.
Well, it's been restored 18 years. It's a national first place. It's been driven 6,000 miles since. And I think it's a super nice car.
Okay, what size engine does it have, do you?
It's got a 235.
And that's the original engine come in and everything?
No, the original engine was a 216, but it's been a later model engine that's been put in.
And the wheels and tires and all, fender skirts, all this come on the car when it was new?
That's right.
How long have you had the car itself?
About 3 years.
Okay, and then you bought it here locally, or you?
Local from Millerville, Alabama.
Millerville. And the guy down there restored it.
Yes.
Do you know any history on it, like where was the car originally from here and it stayed in Alabama?
It was a local car.
I'll tell you, and I'll tell you what the color of this thing, what color would you call it? I'm trying to figure out.
I don't know much about Chevrolet.
It looks like a mint green and then a dark green top.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, you keep it clean anyway, and it's got the original 3-speed on the column.
Yeah.
How's it do out on the road, the interstate now? I know.
About 50.
I mean, riding-wise.
Oh, like a Cadillac.
And I bet you get a lot of people that turn them heads like this when they see you.
Yeah. Get lots of thumbs up.
Yeah, because you could drive I say it all the time on the show. You can drive a brand new car up the road, they can be out there pruning flyers and they keep pruning. Yeah. You drive this up the road, they're pruning flyers and they stop, they look, they keep looking. They just keep turning their head looking that way.
It's interested.
And he's got 3A models. We'll get one of them at NHC place and you don't know where we're gonna pop up with it. And I told him when we go to NHC place, he could pick the one he wanted to bring. I seen them all. They're all gorgeous. I'm gonna let him pick it.
Thank you.
Appreciate you being on the show. You got a gorgeous vehicle. He's got a supper he's got to be to here shortly, and I promised him I'd get him to that supper, so I got to let him go. We'll be right back with Big Boyz Toyz.
Thank you.
It's that time of year again, February 10th, 11th, and 12th. BJCC Birmingham, Alabama. The World of Wheels is back in Birmingham. Sonny McLean's got a great show lined up this year. A lot of activities, a lot of cars. Big Boyz Toyz will also be filming inside the BJCC Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You don't want to miss it. We're going to pick cars from inside the BJCC, film several episodes of Big Boyz Toyz. So call today, get online today, register. We'll see you at the World of Wheels 2006 in Birmingham, Alabama. Economy Septic Tank, anywhere in Etowah County, Calhoun County. Tony Wood said just about anywhere. Him and his staff, his sons work with him. I tell you what, they do a super job. Septic tanks, digging field lines, anything you can imagine to deal with septic tank, Tony Woodard and his staff can do it. So give him a call today, no matter where you're at. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Charter West Mortgage. Charter West Mortgage specializes in refinancing your home. First mortgages, they're great on first mortgages. He says, if you have bad credit or your credit's a little questionable, give him a call today. Lynn Miller and his staff will try everything they can to get you in a home. If you've got credit problems, they'll try to work with you over a 4 to 6 month period of time to get you in a home. So give him a call today. Tell him Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz told you to call. Piggly Wiggly, it's a grocery store that you've heard of for years. I've heard of it ever since I was a child. Everybody knows Piggly Wiggly. They got stores in Odenville, they got them in Center, Cedar Bluff, and in Collinsville. Hey, the one at Bozeman has a cruise in the first Saturday night of every month to March till October. But visit any of these stores, tell them Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toyz sent you by there, and remember, we'll see you at the Pig. Oxford Jewelry and Pawn Shop right here, Highway 78 in Oxford. They have a large selection of new and used musical instruments, guitars, banjos, drums, and band instruments. Handguns, long rifles, shotguns, they have it all right there. They have handguns starting from $100 and up. Silver and gold collectible coins, TVs, VCRs, DVD players. They got DVDs for just $4 a piece. You can't rent DVDs for $4 a piece. 20% off on all jewelry in November. Layaway now for Christmas. Go by and see Bobby, Deborah, Eddie, Bruce, Beth, Kim, Linda, or David. Tell them Barry Miller sent you by. Hey everybody, Barry Miller from Big Boyz Toys. First of all, I want to thank you for watching Big Boyz Toys, because it's you people watching the show and the sponsors that makes Big Boyz Toys. You see the sponsors on this backboard? These sponsors are what bring Big Boyz Toys to you each and every week. I mean, if you need anything, carpet, car, painted, whatever, any sponsor on this backboard that you need, give them a call today. Tell them you watch Big Boyz Toys, you appreciate them sponsoring the show, and you want to use their services. Also, we're getting our calendar ready for 2006. If you're watching this show, I don't care if you're in Tuscaloosa, Huntsville, Decatur, Coleman, wherever you're at, you've got a car show coming up in 2006, you'd like for us to come in and film at your car show and try to help bring more cars in there, give me a call today, 256-283-4404. And if I don't have something booked that day, guarantee you we'll try our best to come to your car show. So give me a call today. Thanks for watching. Also in January '03, Larry and Sandy Brooks had a 40 Ford. We went up to Sneed, Alabama in a barn up there. It's had any kind of antique, anything you could imagine was in this barn. It's Blakey's barn up in Sneed, Alabama, the Crossroad Cruisers. We had a great time up there. It was cold, it was raining. We pulled one car in at a time, wipe it down, film the car, pull it out, do another one. We did a show, they had chili waiting on us and hot dogs we eat, and then we did another show. It took us all day long to do 2 shows because we had to dry them down so much when we got them in there. But we had a blast, had a great time, and you got to see a lot of good-looking cars. So check out this car, and all of these vehicles is cars that you've seen back in 2003 of Big Boyz Toys. Larry and Sandy Brooks has got a good-looking 40 Ford. Welcome to Big Boyz Toys.
Good to be here.
Larry, welcome to Big Boyz Toys. Tell us about the car. Who wants to tell us about this one?
It's his. Let him tell about it.
It's a 1940 Ford, 4-door. It's got a 350 crate Chevrolet engine, 350 transmission. It's got a Mustang front end, rack and pinion steering, vintage air and disc brakes.
Built Ford tough with Chevy stuff.
That's right.
Right.
How long have y'all had the vehicle?
About 6 months.
What made you pick the 40 Ford?
Danny taught me into buying it.
Where's Danny? Danny, that was good. I mean, it had to have been something about it that you liked about the Ford.
Danny owned it.
Oh, I know Danny owned it before you did, but it was just.
I like the looks of ours.
Now, what made you pick the Krager SS?
Well, I like them. I've got them on both of them.
Back in the 60s and 70s, if you didn't have them or Keystones, you wouldn't nothing. You had to have one of the two.
Raider mags. I'll never forget the Raider mags. That was my favorite.
So do y'all go to like cruising the coast, any of the big cruise ins?
We had them.
You need to, it's fun.
I know. We can't get away from grandchildren long enough to do it.
Yeah, you can. Grandkids are fun.
I know.
Grandkids, you play with them and you send them home.
Not ours.
Oh, they come
They
out.
live too close.
See, they come to my house, I feed them M&Ms and send them home.
Oh,
Makes my daughter-in-law
okay.
a little mad, but rest of the time, everything goes all right. And so when you go to cruising, do you take both of the cars or you just take one?
We take both of them.
So you drive the 61 more?
63.
63, is that
Impala.
that red one?
That red one.
I don't blame you. I'd drive that seat. I like the 40's pretty, but that 63 Impala, ladies and gentlemen, you fix to see it shortly, or you talking about red. That thing is red and it's a good look. 63's always, I reckon 63's been my favorite. I like 62s. 63's my favorite. 64 come out with a little box shape. I didn't like it as much, but the 63 is just gorgeous. And it's an Impala too, and it's one good looking car. And you drive it mostly, then you drive the Ford. Well, you got a Chevrolet motor, so that's close to being a Chevrolet.
It's close.
And Danny talked you into buying, that's why you picked the 44.
I was kidding. I like the car.
Tell you what, that thing's gorgeous, and I drive it. You know, y'all going off some weekend, you need someone to drive this, and just give me a call.
Okay.
If I can find this place again. I know you turn by the cemetery, and you come to, you see a bunch of cars. That's all I done. Appreciate y'all being on the show.
Good to
It's
be
super
here.
drive. You got a good-looking vehicle.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't go nowhere. Yeah, we're going to take, you're going to see a few commercials here, but we're going to come back, and I'm going to show you the prettiest 63 Impala you ever lay two eyes on. We'll be right back.
So you want the best deal on a pre-owned automobile? Ron Newton does it again, announcing the car, truck, and SUV summer sell-off. Record Sales has brought in a huge selection of late model trade-ins inspected by Ron Newton himself before they're ever put on the lot. Make an offer on the best selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. Ron Newton's summer sell-off is only for a limited time at Ron Newton Used Cars, top of the hill, Quintard, Anniston.
I want to thank y'all for watching the show tonight. We had a great time. And like I said, you know, people ask me all the time, they've been asking me for the last 6 months, you know, what all did you do in 2004, 2003, 2002? Because, you know, a lot of people wasn't watching it back then. They wasn't in Birmingham, Huntsville, Decatur, Tuscaloosa, Northport, and them areas. And they kind of wonder how long we've been doing it, how we got started. You know, it was the idea of Jerry Calhoun's back working on a 4th year now. And we started with just 2 sponsors, and we worked our way up, and now, you know, we're in over 527,000 households now instead of just 1 county. We come on 7 times a week, so we have a great time. A lot of people watch the show. We go to car shows all over Alabama, Mississippi. We go to Cruise on the Coast. We go to Georgia. We go a little bit of everywhere filming cars to let you see some of the cars in the surrounding states. We have a great time with the show, and like I say, every show, the sponsors on this backboard, the sponsors of Big Boyz Toyz that would bring Big Boyz Toyz to you each and every week. Patronize these sponsors. If you need any services any of these businesses provide, you know, go by and use them, or go by and just thank them. If you go by there, just say, hey, I don't need your service now, but I want to thank you for sponsoring Big Boyz Toyz, because if it wasn't for the car owners, and especially the sponsors, you couldn't watch the show. We had a great time tonight. We're glad you tuned in. Hope you tune in each and every week, because we're going to try to get bigger and better each and every week in 2006. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see you next time.